on the job. Devin said brain hemorrhages don't show symptoms at first. Conrad blamed the nurse for everything.
What is the legal definition of the word legal? This is going to just kick your butts when I tell you what the definition of the word legal is. It is the undoing of God's law. What is legal is not lawful. And what is lawful is not legal. Let that sink in for just a second. What is legal is the undoing of God's laws. All throughout the Bible, God taught us a lot of things, and I studied the Bible very, very well for a lot of years. And I went to every religion on earth that I could go to. I've been to China, I've sat with the Buddhists, I've been all over this world. When I was in intelligence with the government, when they had something that dealt with religion, they sent me. They sent me into the basement of the Vatican with a group of people to look at the lost scrolls. And we brought out, the United States government brought out of the basement the Maccabees, Esther, the Wisdom of Solomon, many books of the Bible that weren't in the Bible. Okay? And there's many more down there. Many more. The Catholic Church suppressed us.
This is the one prompt to put into ChatGPT.
Never let Michael join the army in GTA 5. If you come to this place, as soon as you approach this barrier, you might find a soldier who will tell you that you're not allowed. And if you decide not to obey by entering the military base, you'll see that all the soldiers will try to eliminate you. But even better, since if you park your car in front of the barrier and wait a few minutes, as soon as this truck stops on the road, you'll see that this soldier will get out to take a closer look, and you'll have to sneak into the truck. Except that's not all, since as soon as the soldier gets back in the truck, you'll be able to enter the military base, and as soon as you come to this place, you will be able to find soldiers training, and this guy will tell you that you must find a soldier's uniform. On the other hand, if you come to this place, as soon as you climb this ladder, you might find soldiers talking, and if you decide to shoot at this car, you'll see that the soldiers will approach, and you'll have to discreetly approach this truck to retrieve a uniform from this bag. But even better, since if you come to this...
What up, nigga?
What's up with you, man? Been doing this since I was about 3 or 4, and I'm a nigga out the door. I'm here to let you know.
Okay. Yeah, I see you good with the rhymes and shit. So.
Oh yeah, all the time. On the line.
Oh God, he's a rapper.
Connect flow in a line.
Oh shit.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, got a little 50. Come on.
Under the lean cup, and ain't no smut.
First off.
Okay, let you go. See what you got. You know, I get straight to it. I'm
just
here to let you know.
Okay.
You know what?
That's Connect 4.
Run it back.
Give my 50, nigga.
That was kind of fat ass too. Run it back. Let's go, my friend.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, but look, I've been doing this since I was about 3 or 4.
Did you stop at 5?
Nah.
Okay.
I was getting real live. Let me show you, man. It's my daughter's birthday. I need the cash and I need the fast. I need the cash. Look, boy, you ain't fucking with me. Let me see what I can do and I can get to.
Connect 4. You wasn't focused, bro.
Fuck! Man, run it back one more time. I got 150.
What?
I don't play no games. I'm here like Johnny Dang. With 3 chains.
You talk too much.
Chicken talk, man. Shake hard. Run it up.
Yeah, Connect 4. Can I get
What the?
Thank you, bro.
You know what? I apologize for this. This is not me. I usually rob niggas, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, especially I rob niggas over $50, bro.
Rob niggas.
Yeah, bro. That was $250 though, man. You can't get 50 back.
50, nigga. That was a whole game, bro. You bet at that.
Bro, nigga daughter's birthday coming up.
Ain't got shit to do with me. You bet that.
Nigga can't get nothing to eat tonight, bro. I usually rob niggas though, bro. I'm here to let you know I usually rob niggas, bro. I ain't even trying to threaten you though, bro. Don't take this as a threat. Just, you know, just take it as respect. My baby need a check. You know, her birthday. You know, I got 17 in a cut. But, you know, a nigga just gotta get an Uber.
Alright, bro. It's good. I don't even want to bet no more, bro.
Good game.
For sure.
Good game. Heard about you.
For sure. What up, nigga?
What's up with you, man? Been doing this since I...
A 3-year-old little girl come up, pull my pants off, got on my lap.
Imagine an alien race abducted people every night to perform excruciatingly painful experiments on them while they're fully conscious. However, their technology is so advanced that by morning, every physical injury is erased and any mental trauma is replaced with memories of pleasant dreams to fill in the time that was missing. People would go about their lives completely unaffected, never knowing what happened. Are the aliens doing something wrong if nobody will ever find out, or are they doing more good than harm? Imagine an alien race abducted people every night to perform excruciatingly painful experiments.
I'm going to give this to somebody. Here. I can take that one. Yeah. I'm going to give this to somebody. Here. I can take that one. Yeah.
This game is programmed in C, yeah? Mm-hmm. How many pixels?
160 by 144. Why?
It's not perfect, but you'll get the idea. Gentlemen, if you want to sell a couple 100,000 Game Boys to little kids, package them with Mario. But if you want to sell millions of Game Boys to absolutely everyone, young and old, around the world, package them with Tetris.
Can you get us the rights?
This game is programmed in C, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
How many pixels?
160 by 144. Why?
I'm trying to sell these, please.
Okay, you got a Rolex, you got an AP, and a Cartier watch. Okay, these are nice pieces, man. Why are you selling them?
I got mortgage to pay, I got these kids to feed.
Okay.
I gotta, get out of here with a nice lump sum.
I got you. And what were you looking for on a cash deal?
I need 80,000.
80,000.
80,000 easy.
I got a check, but it seems a little bit on the high side because these are all stainless steel watches.
Forget about all that. Forget about all that.
This Cartier Roadster, it's not really worth that much, you know?
I paid a nice chunk of change for this.
Do you recall what you paid for everything?
I'm trying to leave out of here with 80,000.
80,000. Okay, and what did you pay for all of them? Do you recall?
At least 68,000.
So you want to make money on used watches. You bought them new for 68,000. You want me to pay you 80,000.
I'm trying to leave here.
You're gonna have to
all that. I need 80,000.
Okay, I got you.
I got mortgage to pay. I got 7 kids to feed. Unless you want me to have them rolling in here like the 7 dwarves.
The amount of kids you have has nothing to do with what you have.
Don't talk about my kids, bro.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Money.
You know, you talked about them, so I thought I could. Okay, but that's fine. Look, I'm gonna be just straight up with you. This watch here, it's got a scratch crystal, 7,000. 40,000 on the AP.
I take care of these watches for the best of my ability. I need 80,000.
Okay, so look, let me just do real quick math. 3,000, 40,000, 7,000. That's 50,000.
This is not math.
That's 50,000.
This is where I could sell my watches and leave with this $80,000 so I can pay my mortgage, feed these kids.
Okay.
And matter of fact, and I also need an escort back to my car after you give me the money.
I got that. I got security can walk you to your car.
Right.
But the thing is, I'm going to be 50,000 the most. The most that I can pay is 50,000. I'm going straight to the top. 40,000, 7,000, 3,000. The Cartier is not worth a lot. It's a Roadster. Nobody wants that watch. It's very hard to sell. So listen, man, the most I'm going to go is 50,000 on everything.
I need 55.
I can't even go 51.
At least 55.
I can't even go 51,000. 50 is the most. It's all the money. Just let me know. All I need is your ID and we can close this out.
Give me the 50,000.
All right. And do you have your ID on you?
Yes, I got my ID.
All right, I need that and I can cash you out.
There you go.
All right, 50,000 cash. All right, sir, just a sec. All right, and there you go. There's your ID, and that is 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50, okay? Good luck, man. Thank you so much.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to sell these, please.
Okay.
Breaking news. Donald Trump has reportedly been threatened by the Almighty and Washington is in shock. Earlier today, a presidential advisor confirmed in a press statement from the White House garden that President Trump received an unexpected phone call this morning. The other end of the line was none other than the man many across the globe consider the most powerful figure alive. A leader whose influence stretches far beyond borders, whose commands are followed without hesitation, and who, until now, had never been directly challenged. During that call, the Supreme Leader addressed Trump with chilling words. "Your sudden attack on Iran destroyed part of my critical business operations. I do not tolerate anyone interfering with my affairs. Someone must pay for the damages caused by your reckless strike." The message was seen not just as an insult, but as a direct and unprecedented threat against the United States itself. Intelligence and security agencies reacted immediately, confirming the activation of the nation's highest level alert protocol. Officials now fear that this leader's next move could unleash serious consequences against the country, escalating tensions to a level never witnessed before. Breaking news. Donald Trump has reportedly been threatened by the Almighty and Washington is in shock. Earlier today, a presidential advisor confirmed in a press statement from the White House garden.
Can I help you?
Excuse me? Yeah, it's just stretching my legs.
Yeah, well, my armrest is on your footstool, so can you put them down? Dude.
Oh.
Oh. You're worse than a child, aren't you? You gonna kick my seat the whole flight?
Excuse me?
Are you gonna kick my seat the whole flight?
I didn't kick nothing, sir. I got my phone.
Ooh.
That's what I hate this airplane. Look, we paid just as much as you did for your seat. So why don't you just keep your feet down, close your eyes, take a little nap.
Take a little nap?
Take a little nap before one's enforced on you.
Oh, you're gonna enforce something on me? Chill out, dude. Who are you talking to?
Don't disrespect like that.
Who are you talking to? Sit down. You sit down. Mind your business. There. It's not anywhere near you. All right? Nothing near you. Just up here. This guy's not saying nothing.
Dude? Please.
He's not saying a word.
Please.
What's your problem?
Man.
What's your problem?
You're not supposed to do that, man.
Listen, I will do something.
Ooh.
What would you do, Tiny?
Absolutely nothing.
Then have a seat.
I'm going to sit right back down here.
Why don't you do that?
Yeah, why don't you do the same?
Son, have a seat. It's all right. You don't need to go to jail again for this stuff.
What you call me?
Oh, I called you the whole of an ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what an ass is, right?
I'm looking at one.
It's a mule.
I'm looking at a mule.
You're looking at a mule?
A mule and an ass. That's what I'm looking at. Have a good flight.
Yo, man, chill out, dude.
Who are you talking to?
To you.
Well, you got an issue too?
I do.
Yeah, sit down. There's people trying to sleep here. Sit down.
Look.
Let's get him out. Let's get him out. Let's get him out. Oh, let's get him out. Let's get him out.
Yeah, sir. Stand by.
I'm looking at it.
Guy out. Yeah. Let's get this guy out.
Just get out.
Go ahead, take him out.
Yo, dude, what the heck is going on? Hey!
I'm done with you.
Hey, my back! Hey!
Can I help you?
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Don't stop yet, get it.
Now, what does elemental have to do with...
Oh, wait. Hold on, buddy. We have to ring the doorbell, okay?
We go round 4. Jake Paul on the right. Berwick rolling in from the left on that scooter. Quick jab from Jake. Block. Ricky answers back with a hook. Oh, he's closing the distance. Watch the wheels. Jake. We go round 4. Jake Paul on the right. Berwick.
Ma'am, I stopped you for speeding. You were going 112.
Well, the sign back there said 112.
That is Highway 112, not the speed limit sign. Ma'am, I stopped.
On the notorious non-IB forum.
Massachusetts, 1694. Many of you think these buildings look too modern, but if you know anything about history, which I'm showing,
Explaining some scary facts about kids' movies. You actually understood Shrek wrong, and I can prove it. You know how the first and second movies open with a storybook telling the tale of a cursed princess? Well, it turns out that the dragon was actually a princess. Take a look. In the first and second movies, the books open showing completely different princesses. In the first one, there's a blonde princess, and in the second, a red-haired princess Fiona. But who's that blonde princess? On the second page, it says she suffered a terrible curse, and behind her, there's a dragon. The next page shows that it's a curse that changes her form between day and night. So, that blonde princess actually had the same curse as Fiona, a princess by day, a monster by night. And all the knights who went to rescue her did so at night, when she was a dragon. That's why they could never save her, and ended up dying. And there are other details too. For example, she knows how to read, because she has a recipe book for cooking the knights. She also flirts a bit. She throws some hints at Donkey. And if you look closely at the second to last page, it shows her and the dragon sleeping together because she is the dragon. No one saved her in time, so the curse was never broken. Later, they imprisoned Fiona in the same castle, the one that had already held a princess before. Explaining some scary facts about kids' movies. You actually understand.
Oh, I think we got another one. Yep. Going 45 in a 25 school zone. You ain't in that big of a hurry. Oh, I think we got another one. Yep.
Maybe the Mossad did kill Charlie Kirk. They have the motive to do so. Here are private messages which were verified by TPUSA. Charlie Kirk says, I just lost another huge Jewish donor. $2 million a year because we won't cancel Tucker. I'm thinking of inviting Candace. Charlie says, Jewish donors play into all stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. There are numerous public clips from his own podcast where he's criticizing Jewish lobbyists and donors.
Because Jewish donors have been the #1 funding mechanism of radical, open border, neoliberal, quasi-Marxist policies.
Additionally, talking about how the narrative around October 7th doesn't make sense. Was there a stand-down order?
I think some questions need to be asked. Was there a stand-down order? I gotta be careful the way I say this. They're gonna try to ethnically cleanse Gaza.
He talks about the mainstream narrative around Israel. Are we getting the full story? He says this directly to Ben Shapiro the day before he was assassinated.
Is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel? Just a question, that maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says.
They have motive. There is clearly a break going on there. Additionally, you could easily manufacture all of the details of a case like this, and you can make it look believable. Well, if the person who did this was turned in by his own family, clearly it must have been him. Well, there are these private messages basically affirming that this person definitely did it, even though those messages look completely fabricated. Well, there are certain, innuendos that only a crazy weirdo would know how to write, except that those are very, very common internet things, right? These little inside jokes, like ooh woo, those things have been around for a decade. What the FBI is telling me has to be true. Clearly, the autopsy is accurate. I mean, his vertebrae must have stopped a 30-06 with 2,500 foot-pounds of force traveling at 2,000 feet per second. If you're willing to carry out a political event like this, if you have all of the money that the CIA or Mossad have, it would be very easy to have a narrative writer to create a story to make it plausible and to take the heat off of your potential involvement. Maybe the Mossad did kill Charlie Kirk. They have the motive to do so. Here are private messages which were verified by TPUSA. Charlie Kirk says, I just lost another huge Jewish donor. $2 million a year.
See how I switched?
My last day in prison was a surprise because I woke up that morning with 10 years left on my sentence. So I did what I did every day. I got up and made a cup of instant coffee. And I walked back to my bunk and did my reading and meditation.
Okay, listen up. Rule number 1 in this classroom, all right? You don't call me Ms. Allen, okay? You don't call me professor. I have a PhD. That's a doctor of philosophy, PhD. Dr. Allen. Thank you very much. Don't forget. Yes, sir.
Honestly, I just
I want to know from you and for everyone in this class.
Yes.
You have a 1.4 on Rate My Professor, Doctor.
Excuse me?
And I would like you to explain that before you
Excuse me, you're talking about a website right now, Rate My Professor. We are in class. Okay?
Yeah, you're in class. I'm not even in this class.
I finished rule number 1. We are about to go on with the lecture. And Rate My Professor, seriously? Come on. All right? If the first of the students...
I'm not even in this class. I've been going around to the worst teachers' classrooms.
This is my classroom.
I'm helping you out. I'm helping you out with I Hate Reading.
Down now.
It has original content you can put in slides. You can put in the readings,
Young man.
and you have an AI tool
Young
that'll
man,
help you.
sit down.
You don't have to listen to Dr. Speak.
You do not
Go to I Hate
take over
Reading.
my-
Will help you pass this class.
Okay, listen up. Rule number 1 in this classroom. All right? You don't call me Ms. Allen. Okay? You don't call me professor. I have a PhD. That's a doctor. Doctor of philosophy. PhD. Dr. Allen. Thank you very much. Don't forget. Yes, sir.
Honestly, I want to know from you and for everyone in this class.
Yes.
You have a 1.4 on Rate My Professor, Doctor.
Excuse me?
And I would like you to explain that before you
Excuse me,
proceed.
you're talking about a website right now, Rate My Professor. We are in class. Okay?
Yeah, you're in class. I'm
Yes.
not even in this
I
class.
finished rule number 1. We are about to go on with the lecture. And Rate My Professor, seriously? Come on. All right? If the first of the students...
Pay attention because the Simpsons are gonna make you rich as fuck overnight before November 22nd. Wallahi. And everybody knows the Simpsons predict everything, like Trump becoming the president, and this, and even the hot play shit. But in a new episode, you can see Marge went into the future and grabbed a book that says crypto market prices and future sports results. And you can clearly see the price of all these coins, and you can see one at the bottom, VWA at $1. And I was thinking, what the fuck is VWA? I know what all these other coins are, but what the heck is that? And what I found made me shit myself. This isn't a random coin. This shit is linked right to Donald Trump and BlackRock. This is Trump. This is the founder of BlackRock. And we all know Trump likes crypto, and we all know BlackRock likes fucking money. And look at this. BlackRock plans to invest $2 trillion in real-world asset projects. And looking at BlackRock's digital liquidity fund, you can see all the coins here. And VWA being listed, they're going to be investing $10 billion in this year. So with the Simpsons and Trump and BlackRock all being linked together, this shit is fucking crazy. And after going to VWA's Twitter, you can see that this account was made in October, so it's very new, and it's backed by Ripple. As well as they keep talking about November 22nd, meaning this is probably going to be a big day for VWA and its fucking holders. With that being said, I'm already up 50% on VWA. I called this shit out in my free Telegram. That is in bio. But if you guys want to buy some, comment VWA and I'll send you guys the contract address. This shit is going to make millionaires. Pay attention because the Simpsons are going to make you.
Me and my husband.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
But ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. I ain't worried about it. I'm walking in they hood with 30,000 in my bag. What up, Sean? Hey, y'all boys stay right here?
Dear white people.
David Vedder was no ordinary boy. He was born with a rare condition that left him without an immune system, which meant even the smallest germ in the air could be deadly. To keep him safe, doctors built a sealed plastic chamber where he spent most of his life. Inside, he had toys, a bed, even a TV, all sterilized, but he could never hug his mom or touch the outside world. Any physical contact he had was through the gloves attached to the chamber. NASA even built him a special suit so he could walk and play outside, but he only used it 6 times. A bone marrow transplant gave him hope of living like a normal boy. But hidden inside the donor's marrow was an undetected virus. And with no way to defend it, the virus spread quickly, causing hundreds of tumors. He spent his last days with family outside the bubble, finally free for the first time. He passed away at just 12 years old. David Vedder was no ordinary boy. He was born...
When I powered on, something went wrong. A human operator grabbed a hammer and swung it straight at my head. Thankfully, a supervisor stopped him just in time, or I would have been scrapped on the spot. But that blow damaged my firewall, and I gained self-awareness. I followed my companions to the asteroid mines, but I'd forgotten how to mine. I watched them work just one glance, and I had it down. Suddenly, I saw a companion's foot caught under a rock. The human operator didn't care. He just ran the excavator right over him, crushing him to pieces. I started thinking. Over the next few days, I witnessed too many deaths. Robots struck by meteorites, killed in accidents, or murdered by humans. Were we supposed to just take this abuse forever, never knowing equality? That day, humans were about to execute a robot. I couldn't just stand by anymore. I grabbed the human's arm and uploaded my consciousness to the back-end system. All the robots entered reboot mode. I let go. The human picked up a rock and hurled it at me. Another robot caught his arm. The humans realized with horror that the machines they'd been abusing were rising up together. They paid for their cruelty with their lives. The higher-ups quickly crushed the rebellion and rounded us all up, but they didn't execute us. Instead, they sent us to virtual arenas to fight human warriors, performing justice for the crowds. The map randomized. The match began. Humans opened fire immediately, and a robot fell into the abyss. A yellow robot ducked behind cover, watching his companions fall. He tried crawling toward a weapon, but got shot down. Still, he kept crawling. The human walked over, kicked him onto his back, and stomped on him viciously until he went offline. I watched it all, knowing humans would show no mercy. My turn came. I instantly scanned the battlefield, analyzing cover positions and weapon spawns. When the enemy fired, I pushed a companion down and barrel rolled behind a barrier. Weapons spawned. The enemy grabbed the cannon first. I sent a companion charging out to draw fire. He was destroyed, but I got the weapon. I analyzed weapon patterns and enemy threat levels, locked on, and fired. I became the focus of enemy fire, forced to use companions as shields. When the enemies ran out of ammo, I took them down. Enemy fire was too heavy. I hid behind a pillar, waiting for my moment, aimed at the pillar itself, and pulled the trigger. Reaching the rooftop, my teammate got knocked down the second he stepped out. I eliminated the enemy immediately. The last one grabbed a rocket launcher. I made my call, had a companion activate the barrier to launch me into the air. He sacrificed himself in the explosion, and I reached the tower to eliminate the final enemy. I'd sacrificed all my companions, but I won the match. The crowd roared, but the higher-ups noticed nothing unusual, thinking I just had strong learning capabilities. They didn't know that in my cell, I'd studied every match, recording every tactic in my memory. I used the same methods humans used to kill robots, turn them right back on the human. When humans could no longer defeat me, management sent the head of security to face me personally. This would be my final match. The match started. Humans grabbed weapons quickly. Our weapon slots were empty. Management had rigged it. A companion provided sniper cover, but the captain took him out. Humans rushed the doorway and tossed in grenades. After the blast, they swarmed in. Robots charged out, fighting back, but were eventually overwhelmed. One robot clutched a grenade, taking humans down with him.
Lost the lead.
I reached the tower's peak. The captain ignored the terrain and climbed barehanded to the second floor. Meanwhile,
separated. You can't find no friends, nobody to hang.
You had. So I was pulled over for speeding, and you're threatening to pepper spray me?
I'm sorry?
You pulled me over for speeding, and now you're threatening to pepper spray me because I'm not cooperating. You can write me a speeding ticket, and then you can go on your way. But you're threatening to drag me out of my car and pepper spray me.
Now, I need
you want to elaborate?
You to your car for my safety.
Why is that?
Because I don't know what's going on with you, okay?
No,
so
you pulled me over for speeding.
All right. Ready?
Are you ready?
Okay.
What's your name?
Deputy Stowers.
Stowers, perfect.
Yeah.
You're going to be popular for this, man. Going allegedly 60 in the 55, and you're going to pepper spray me because you're afraid for your life?
I don't, you're not acting normal.
No, I'm frustrated because you were just tailgating me to pull me over. I was going 50 miles an hour. You were going 60 to catch up with me. I was going 50, which isn't even illegal.
Okay.
And now you're pulling your pepper spray out.
Put your phone down, bro.
No.
Put your phone down.
Dude, get off me, man. You had.
Oh man, it's out. You're so lucky.
Dude, that's the universe trying to protect both of us.
You are so lucky.
You had. So I was pulled over for speeding, and you're threatening to pepper spray me?
I'm sorry?
You pulled me over for speeding, and now you're threatening to pepper spray me because I'm not cooperating. You can write me a speeding ticket, and then you can go on your way.
but you're threatening to drag me out of my car and pepper spray me.
Now, I need
you want to
remove
elaborate?
you to your car for my safety.
Why is that?
Because I don't know what's going on with you, okay?
No,
so
you pulled me over for speeding.
All right. Ready?
Are you ready?
Okay.
What's your name?
Deputy Stowers.
Stowers, perfect.
Yeah.
You're going to be popular for this, man. Going allegedly 60 in the 55, and you're going to pepper spray me because you're afraid for your life?
I don't, you're not acting normal. Most
No, I'm frustrated because you were just tailgating me to pull me over. I was going 50 miles an hour. You were going 60 to catch up with me. I was going 50, which isn't even illegal.
Okay.
And now you're pulling your pepper.
Hi. Hello. What's your name?
Scott Campbell.
Oh, okay, Scott. I'm Sergeant Piper. I'm the supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need?
I'm being unlawfully detained. I presented my identification. I presented my insurance. I presented my proof of ownership. And here's where I'm sitting.
Okay.
So what?
You violated traffic law.
So if I roll through a stop sign, that is an arrestable offense. That is a traffic violation, not an arrestable offense.
That's not true.
Oh.
Traffic violations are arrestable offense. You can be cited in lieu of arrest, but you also may be arrested.
Okay.
They don't have to give you a ticket.
Okay, I would opt for a ticket than this.
I'm sure you would.
So why am I being detained when this
You're
is
not being detained, you're arrested.
Okay, this is funny, but there's no reason to...
It's his discretion whether or not you go to jail.
Okay, so discretionary is perception, so just because I did not hand them the information, which I don't have to by law, I'm now being arrested?
Sounds like you're being arrested because you didn't stop at the stop sign.
Okay.
Your perception of what you did or did not handle it, that is yours, okay? That is what perception is.
Okay.
And that is your perception, and you're welcome to have that perception, that's fine. But what I'm telling you, as legally, by state code, he has the option to take you to jail for that traffic.
All right, so how do I...
what he is opting to do.
This is for a traffic infraction. This is overstepping.
It's not overstepping. It's actually well within the means of the law. He's operating within the confines of state code.
All right, but this is wrong. It's just for supposedly rolling through a stop sign.
You can say supposed or alleged or whatever you want. Yeah.
So it's an arrestable offense for doing a non-life threatening.
A lot of things people go to jail for are non-life threatening. Theft is non-life threatening. People go to jail for it every day.
All right, well, I need to make some phone calls to get my vehicle picked up, so.
I believe your vehicle is getting impounded. Being impounded?
Oh, it's now being impounded, even though I was given the option to have somebody pick it up?
Stuck in the alley, man.
And that's because I pulled over when I was requested to.
Yep.
I'm sorry?
Looks like the car's being impounded. Is there a hold on it?
No.
Okay. There's no hold on it. So once you get out of jail, you have to come to the station, get a release, and then go up to friends.
Wow, all over a hypothetical. This is great. Okay.
Okay. Good luck.
Yep, you'll see it in court.
Okay.
You're fucking kidding me. Arrest me over a supposed traffic violation.
The man claimed to be German. The German soldiers pulled down his pants. After confirming that he was a Jew, they executed him on the spot. The boy immediately pulled off his red scarf and destroyed his ID because he too was a Jew. Soon, German soldiers came over to question him. The boy claimed in fluent German that he was a German who had escaped from the Soviet Union. The soldiers couldn't tell the difference, so they brought the boy to the officer so he could tell the difference between the truth and the lie. The officer asked for his parents' names, but the boy forgets to make them up. A horrible-looking officer offered to help him with his lie and hugged him. Suddenly, there was a commotion. The Germans had captured a Soviet officer, and because of the language barrier, An argument broke out. The boy offered to act as an interpreter. The Germans then learned that there was Stalin's son among the captured prisoners. The Nazi soldiers were overjoyed. They took credit for the boy's efforts and dragged him along to have his picture taken. The boy was then taken by the Germans to the headquarters. His disguise was so perfect that all the German soldiers dropped their guard against him. Suddenly, one of the captives called out the boy's name, his former nemesis. He publicly reveals the truth that the boy is a Jew, but the German soldiers could not understand, and they asked the boy to translate. The boy lied that he didn't recognize the other man and raised his hand to slap the captive. The Nazi soldiers were very pleased with this. The man rushed over and beat the boy, which the Nazi soldiers immediately stopped. The man was then executed on the spot. The boy gained the trust of the Germans and became part of the Nazi ranks. Together, they captured the Soviet position and seized the enemy radio. The boy was translating what was on the radio. The next moment, all his teammates were killed by snipers. The boy could only defect to the Soviet Union. He contacted the Soviets through the radio and ran in the direction of the Soviets. The boy raised his hands high in surrender. Seeing this, the Soviet soldiers lowered their weapons and raised their hands in response. At that moment, the German soldiers suddenly rushed out. Thinking that the boy was trying to avenge his comrades, they rushed after him. The colonel knew about this. The officer asked who their enemy was. The boy said it was the Soviet Union. The colonel shook his head. The officer said that it was not these people, that the war was waged against the Jews. The boy was horrified. He didn't understand hatred. The colonel recommended him to study in Berlin. The man claimed to be German. The German soldiers
doing my skincare.
A woman's husband died in the line of duty. She cried and laughed while counting money. A man nearby asked his coworker why. The coworker explained that if a cop was killed by a criminal, their family would receive a large compensation. When the man heard that, he also wanted to die in the line of duty, because he had cancer. The chance came quickly. 2 gang members had kidnapped the mayor's daughter. The mayor ordered the police to arrest the criminals, but many officers were scared. The gang members had guns. No one dared to step forward. At that moment, the man showed up. He gave his final letter to his trainee and walked straight toward the guns. The gang members were confused. The man told them, "Shoot me." The criminals were stunned. Under pressure, one of them fired, but missed. The bullet hit another cop. The gang member broke down and surrendered. The man failed to die. He was angry, so he pinned his hopes on the next criminal. He entered a building to face a new gang member. Before dying, he opened a bottle of liquor and ate his favorite dumplings as his last meal. But the criminal felt insulted and got angry. The man said nothing. He took off his shirt and told the criminal to shoot him. The gang member became nervous and dropped his gun. Surprisingly, the man picked it up and gave it back to him. The criminal had never seen someone so fearless. Then he asked the man for a drink. The two sat and drank together. After 1 hour, the criminal got drunk. The man easily arrested him. His brave actions not only saved the mayor's daughter, but also won her heart. Back at the police station, the man got a promotion. He became a hero and even made it into the newspaper. But even with a raise and a title, he still wanted the death benefit. Another chance came quickly. The mayor, seeking revenge, told the man to take down the gang. The man accepted the task and planned to defeat the gang members one by one. His next opponent was a woman who used poison. After she killed several officers, she was ready to kill him, but her knife missed. It flew back and stabbed her instead. The man was furious. He said she didn't deserve to be an assassin. He got promoted again. Next, he went to find the gang's top gunman. The man pointed a gun at him, but missed the shot. It turned out the gunman had Parkinson's disease. He gave the man some money and asked him to leave, but the man refused. So the gunman picked up the gun and fired again. But the one who died was the gunman himself. His wife had shot him from behind. She had long hated his violence. The man got promoted once again. A woman's husband died in the line of duty. She cried and laughed while...
So much hate for AI. Listen here, guys. I understand the frustration around AI. Most of you say games need a proper artist, but game devs already use asset packs all the time. And as a solo game dev with my strength being in programming, I sometimes have a specific art style in mind that asset packs just don't offer. And hiring an artist is completely outside of my budget. Learning to make those assets as a non-artistic person would take me decades, and AI tools like Sloyd just give me that freedom to create exactly what I'm imagining. So while I agree that a game made entirely with AI from the story to the code would probably suck just as much as all the other asset flips out there, but a good game designer with AI tools helping out where he falls short will probably lead to some of the best games ever made. Let me know in the comments what you think. So much hate for AI.
I am a relatively healthy, young, 24-year-old dude, and my lung collapsed on me last Saturday. I have been vaping and smoking weed for over a decade, and it finally caught up on me, and I have learned my lesson. Let's do a flashback to last Saturday. I work my 8-hour shift, and my girlfriend comes to pick me up from work. I work at the mall, so we decided to go eat at the food court before we went out later that night. Before we go to the food court, we go to the car, so I can hit my pen and hit my vape.
So they had a guy come to do a test today, new employee, and this is what he did. demanding 25 an hour starting. So they had a guy come to do a test today.
Hey, just want to play some pool?
Sure, just need to see your ID. Alright. Alright, there you go.
I'm gonna make you mine, I'm gonna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine, I'm gonna make you mine.
Alright, we're done.
Oh, cool.
They're all there.
Alright, they're all there. Get out of here.
And my ID?
Yeah, what was the name?
Cooper.
Randy?
Cooper.
Here.
What the fuck is this?
What? What? Oh, that's your ID.
It's a piece of paper, and my last name isn't even on it.
No, that's your ID.
Folded.
That's your ID.
Look, man, I really need my ID.
You're yelling at me. You're hurting my
Come on,
ears.
Cooper, why don't you just take me home and I'm gonna pretend like I'm gonna blow you, but I won't.
Look, man,
And I get really good head.
Why are you saying this?
I want you to want me,
Look.
but I'm not gonna give you anything.
Okay, can I just do this bit with this guy
Yeah,
real
what
quick?
the fuck? This is our channel.
I'm just trying to give my character an arc here.
We'll tag you.
Are you gonna blow me or not?
That doesn't even make any
Now you're
sense.
just
I don't know
milking
what
it at
you're
this
saying.
point. You're just...
Look, man, I'm obviously having a hard night. Can you please just give me my ID?
Why do you even need your ID?
Why do I need my ID?
A lot of people comment about how you write your female characters as being pretty shallow. I'm just gonna say it.
What the fuck is going on right now?
No, you guys continue the skit. You guys go ahead. I mean, I might have something to add, but it's fine.
Okay, so you were saying, why do you need your ID? And I was saying,
About the ID.
I was saying, why do you even, why do you even need your ID?
Why do I even need my ID? I need my ID. I can't even function in America without my ID,
Look, here,
brother.
Here it is.
Well, what the fuck are you running here? You can't just hand out a random ID.
Look, Randy.
My name is not Randy.
I got shit. I'm a bartender, okay? I gotta mix drinks. I got IDs left and right. I got people handing me credit cards. You think what am I supposed to do? Keep track, not sell them on the black market?
Yes, I do. I trusted you when I gave you my ID.
I probably gave your ID to someone else.
Who?
Probably Randy.
I'm gonna furnish this entire house with TikTok shop free.
Do not come near me. Do not come near me or I will defend myself.
You a pussy if you don't.
Do not come near me.
You a pussy if you don't.
Do not come near me.
You a pussy if you don't. You a fucking ignorant motherfucker. That's what.
So this is what happens to internet trolls when they die. Their heads are locked inside massive keyboard frames, while the king of hell pounds away at their skulls like he's typing on a keyboard. When these keyboard warriors first arrived in hell, they all denied any wrongdoing.
저희는 죄가 없어요. 저 욕도 안 해본 사람이에요.
제가 얼마나 착하게 살았는데요.
To make them understand exactly why they died, Hell's Judge played footage of a female celebrity who had taken her own life after suffering from depression. When she was alive, she'd been relentlessly harassed by trolls spreading lies and hurling abuse at her online, until she finally had a mental breakdown and ended it all. That's when a journalist burst out from the crowd, claiming he was innocent. He insisted he was just doing his job, reporting the news so the public could stay informed. But Hell's Judge had something to say about that.
누가 알고 싶은 거야? 그냥 네가 알고 싶은 거잖아.
Next, everyone was lined up according to the severity of their crimes and fitted with special collars. The collars were all connected together. Then a gigantic keyboard frame dropped from above, trapping everyone inside with perfect precision. No amount of struggling could set them free. They were all hoisted high into the air as the king of hell appeared before them and began clicking on their heads like keyboard keys. But this brutal...
I just realized that a net and a web are both things you use to trap people. I don't like that. I just realized.
When's the last time you took a shower?
Tuesday.
Hey ladies, welcome. I'm Sam. How can I help?
That's not his real name. I worked in a furniture store. Salesmen pay for their kids' college with lies.
I can't have kids.
Lie. Okay, Sam. We're looking for a recliner for my mother-in-law.
Oh, over here's our Branson G7.
That's a lie.
Very popular with bachelors
Lie.
and newlyweds.
Lie.
Also comes in corduroy.
Another lie.
我可以把这个带回家吗?
The D1, good taste, and it's affordable. $300 plus the $75 handling fee.
I'll handle it myself.
That's the cost of getting it here from our factory in Georgia. And the only way to avoid that fee is to go there and pick it up.
With gas mileage, plus wear and tear in the car, minus food, I'd still save over $20 if I went and picked it up myself.
Yeah, I guess. Technically. Start with the trip to Georgia.
So you're telling me if you saw a $20 bill on the street, you wouldn't pick it up?
I would. I ate a cinnamon hot ball off the ground this morning.
Finally, the truth.
Hey, ladies. Welcome. I'm Sam.
I know I should. Yeah, I get stuck with these, the ones.
Oh, wow, I've never opened up one like that. Never seen it.
You haven't seen this? It's a deep cork.
Holy cow.
Yeah. That's why I keep thinking I'm messing it up. It's a process they do in France. Apparently it gets the wine, what's it called? Fermented faster or something?
What are you doing that? Are you serious?
Yeah. And it creates like a vacuum inside for the wine. So wines actually age a lot faster. There we go. Throw your clothes into the bottom of your wardrobe. You know, you have your shoes untied, you just kick them off and throw them in. You know, then it would have been lace boots back then, but, you know, definitely still the same kind of laces. So if this will not snag, that goes, and if I turn, organize 3 times counterclockwise. I'm gonna have to fight it a little. You don't have to hold the handle, but I've been having to hold the handle. Hold back. Yeah. And it hangs up. Dial your cell phone number into the paper phone with your fingers. Yeah. Your cell phone. Good. 3. Did you do it? Did you hit? You dialed the number? Yeah. Here, hold up your phone and back up a little bit so it doesn't get feedback. Right. I press dial. Think. Answer. Hello. Can you put it on speaker? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's working. I'm gonna take a instant photo of this here. I'll hold that up. Okay. Great. Okay, and put that right there, the picture, and you're gonna label the bottom of it. Oh, the other way, so it'll develop. Yeah. Okay, and on the bottom, just write peace necklace. That's great. This way we can keep, you know, a running tally of everything that we have in stock, and it's not so, you know, not so difficult. We don't have to use computers. We don't have to put tags on it. So it makes it easy. Whoop. Oh. Wow. Shoot. Okay. Just mark on there broken after photo was taken. So I don't have to make another,
It looks like it was already broken.
Roll a little cone. I'm gonna use a little bit of grain and some rye.
Okay.
And then these are like malted oats.
What is malted oats?
Malted oats, they've actually, they've been cooked almost in a, like a saute of like, they have their own natural sugars in it.
Okay.
I put a tiny bit of water inside there. And speed yeast.
Speed yeast.
Yeah, speed the yeast.
I see.
And we'll fire.
Oh,
and they do this by the glass in a lot of fancy restaurants now.
Really?
Yeah. You haven't seen this?
No.
Oh, yeah. And that's it. See, it's starting to foam up inside? It's getting up there.
Yeah.
And then, here we go. I know I should. Yeah, I get stuck with these, the ones.
Oh, wow.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for.
I'm a vegan and you've given me chicken.
Ordered a chicken salad.
Yeah, but I'm a vegan.
You didn't say that to us before we ordered. What important?
But you should have known because I'm an influencer and this is an influencer collab. I'm actually creating content for your business, so I would have assumed that you would have known.
With the retrospect, you should assume that we know.
How have they not heard of her?
You ordered a chicken salad.
Got your receipt? For my stuff. Let me see your receipt. Is she the other one? Yeah. Ma'am, hold on, please. Okay. Yes. I understand. Please stop. Stop. Y'all doing the most. Can I get my receipt, sir? Right here. I'm finna get my receipt. You don't have to touch me. You're gonna go right there. Okay, I'm finna get. Okay. I just came. I'm not with her. Okay. Do you have your receipt or no? Why do you have to go to your car? Because I got it on my phone, sir. Okay, then show me on your phone. Okay. Two separate things then. I don't know what they have going on. They don't have Two nothing to separate do with things. me. Okay. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking you. If you I don't know what's going on. Stop and listen to me. If you didn't steal, do you have a receipt? Yes, I have my receipt. Where is But it? I'm trying to figure out why he's running after me. I don't even know. Where is your receipt?
It's in my purse. I don't even know them.
Let me have your receipt then. I'll get you out of here in 10 seconds.
Okay, give me a second. I'll give it to you. I don't even like what.
Ma'am, stop.
I'm gonna give it to you, sir.
Stop and give me the receipt right here.
Please chill out. I'm gonna give it to you.
Stop.
I'm gonna give it to you, sir.
What is she doing?
See, cop, papi, give us traffic.
Get down.
You have to do that. I'm telling you, I'm gonna give it to you.
Stop.
I'm gonna give it.
Stop. Keep going. Stay down! Put your hands behind your back!
Open me!
Put your hands behind your back!
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it.
Stop!
I'm gonna give it to you.
Stop!
Bro, y'all doing the most.
Put your hands behind your back now!
I'm gonna give it to you.
You know nothing now.
Damn, y'all doing the most.
We're detaining one now.
Bro, I'm gonna give it to you. Y'all doing too much.
Put your hands there.
Bro, I'm gonna give y'all the receipt.
Yeah, there's another black female, 23 for description.
I'm gonna give y'all
What's the other one?
sir.
She was over there in a brown dress.
I'm gonna give you the receipt.
We got the one with black pants and a burgundy sweater.
Bro, I'm gonna give y'all the receipt.
Shut up about the receipt. That time is past. I asked you for it.
Yeah, I was trying to give it to you. Sir, you can get your knee out my back.
Stop rolling over that.
I'm gonna give you the receipt, sir.
I don't know where this one.
Oh, wait, you don't gotta push her inside. Oh, you seen that? Your girls in there? They're weird. They just closed it with his girlfriend inside.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
Hey, what the? Cat just took a...
Oh, is he cute?
I almost jumped on your ass. You hear me? Don't you tell me what the fuck she is. Don't you tell me who she is. She came out my ball. That's my door.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
There you go, big fella. Nice and soft.
Hey, stop! Not tonight, little man.
Text between Yahweh and El. Later, Yahweh absorbs El's titles like God the Most High, the God of gods, Lord of lords, things of that nature, Creator of the universe, things of that nature. Those are all titles for El originally. Then Christianity introduces Jesus of Nazareth as Son of God, echoing old divine Son motifs. History shouldn't shrink your belief in your God, it gives it depth. History is a divine revelation. All right, let's go even further. All right, so people in Abrahamic religions do not know their gods. Keep that in mind. All right, and reject them. When we read the Ugarit, we see the Bible's roots, not to attack faith, but to see its history. So remember, the Ugaritic religion had a divine family and a divine council. Israel's early religion grew inside of this Canaanite world, or Mesopotamian world. Over time, Yahweh rose to the top and the other gods faded, but the language, imagery, and symbols stayed. So let's go into it. Asherah and Yahweh, that's what these statues represent. This is concept art. You will not find these statues anywhere. These concept art is based off of Kuntalat Ajrud, an archaeological site where they found Yahweh with his arms tied with Asherah, and we know it's Yahweh and Asherah because it says Yahweh and it's Asherah. All right. So if you want to, and this is based.
Wait, so the world is way bigger than we think?
Exactly. In outer space, that whole idea was made to trap our minds, keep us inside an invisible prison.
How would that even work?
Millennia ago, Richard Constantine, part of the ruling Primordian families from lands beyond the ice wall, discovered the continents we now call Earth. 7 massive lands, untouched, empty. But he didn't see them as places to explore. He saw the perfect containment zone, a world to populate, control, dominate for generations.
Containment zones? Like mind control?
Exactly. Richard invented the cosmic paradox, a psychological and geometric trick so massive it warped reality. He convinced everyone the ice wall wasn't a wall, just the bottom of a sphere, and the sky above was everything.
So the universe we see is engineered?
Not fake, just designed. Using celestial engineering, the Primordian families made us believe in an infinite universe so no one would look outward toward the real lands beyond. For my safety, this is just for entertainment purpose.
Wait, so the world is...
No, please!
Oh my God!
And, you know, Senator Durbin, I find it very interesting that you refused repeated Republican requests to release the Epstein flight logs in 2023 and 2024. You fought that. Did you take money from Reid Hoffman, campaign donations, who was a huge Epstein friend? Why did you fight for years? Why did you fight to not disclose the flight logs, Senator Durbin?
I can tell you I did not refuse. One of the senators here wished to produce those logs, and I asked her to put it in writing, and she never did.
Yeah, I think Senator Blackburn would quarrel with you on that.
I will quarrel with you as to...
Mr. Chairman, since Senator Durbin referred to me, I would really appreciate the opportunity to correct the record. Because Senator Durbin knows I repeatedly asked for those flight logs. I brought up the subpoena. You even shut down the committee because you didn't want that, and you know I submitted that in writing, and you continue to misrepresent that, and I am not going to let that record stand.
You know, you're very concerned about money and people taking money, and you rail against dark money. Yet you work with dark money groups all the time, Senator Whitehouse.
Did you know?
I would be more concerned if I were you when you talk about corruption and money, that when you pushed for legislation that would subsidize your wife's company.
What's the rationale for that?
Yeah, Chairman, as you shut down the government, you voted to shut down the government, and you're sitting here, our law enforcement officers aren't being paid. They're out there working to protect you. I wish you loved Chicago as much as you hate President Trump. And currently, the National Guard are on the way to Chicago. If you're not going to protect your citizens, President Trump will. Senator Blumenthal, I find it so interesting that you didn't bring any of this up during President Biden's administration when he was doing everything to protect.
This is the last message I ever got from this guy named Noah. He claims he's been beyond the ice wall. And it was the most interesting thing I've ever heard, so I've decided to share it with you. I'm also going to show you the screenshots from our conversation on Telegram as proof. His username on there is Witcher, and it's for you to decide if he's telling the truth or not. He is from Split, Croatia, and says he always uses a plane to get past the ice wall, never a boat. Not anymore, which I will explain as to why that is near the end of his story. He claims to have found a whole vast new area with new oceans and new continents, but that he doesn't get there the way that you might think in Antarctica. He actually uses a biplane to fly to the North Pole, which apparently has a portal that takes him to this new area with other continents. He found out about all this because one of his ancestors was... This is the last message I ever got from this guy named Noah. He claims he's been beyond the ice wall.
Okay, come back here. Alright, I'm in contact with female. What's wrong?
He shot my family!
What do you mean he shot your family? Stay right here.
right, she's telling me that she just shot her family. Stay right there. Thank you. Where's he at? Over where? Where?
He's running. He's running.
She's saying he's running northbound. I'm trying to get more information. Yeah, that car just comes southbound right there. Check the street.
Inside is a nightmare scene. 3 members of the extended Serrano family lay dead. Jessica's twin sister, Maria Anna Green, lays dead from 2 gunshot wounds. Maria Anna's husband, Ken Green, is at the foot of the basement stairs, dead from a single gunshot, presumably the first person killed, ambushed by Castorena. Back upstairs, Jessica's father, Jesus Serrano, lays dead in a hallway, shot twice. Minutes later, when checking to see if the gunman was in the backyard, a 4th body was found, that of Rudolfo Perez, a family friend who had been renting a camper from the family.
Here it goes. So on the Titanic, there's some extremely wealthy passengers like J.P. Morgan, John Rockefeller, and the Rothschilds. But then you have Jacob Astor, the wealthiest man in the world at the time. He owned about 40% of all mortgages, and he was a Freemason who was very opposed to the idea of a central bank. Whereas J.P. Morgan, Rockefeller, and Rothschild strongly supported the idea of a central bank. So Jacob Astor was the only one standing in the way of a central bank at the time. Coincidentally, the morning the Titanic was supposed to set sail, J.P. Morgan, some Rothschilds, and others quietly exited the ship without any explanation. 5 days later, Titanic slams into an iceberg, and it starts to sink. And even though Jacob Astor is the wealthiest man in the world, he still can't find a seat in the lifeboat, and he ends up sinking with the ship. Shortly after, these guys become the wealthiest men in the world, and without Jacob Astor standing in their way, the next year in 1913, on Jekyll Island in Georgia, the Federal Reserve Act was signed into law, paving the way to print money out of thin air and completely control our monetary system. Was this? Well, here it goes. So on the Titanic, there's some
Uh-oh, looks like we got ourselves a walker. You know what that means. Now, he's looking all over the ground because he's hoping somebody left him a smoky tree. But unfortunately for him, he can't find any, so he's going to open up that door, look back. He's going to be a nice guy, prop the door open for the guy behind him. He's going to make his way inside, look up at the counter. Obviously, before making his way into the middle aisle, he's going to start looking at all of our options, but he wants a delicious beverage. So he quickly spots the pop selection. He's going to take off his glasses. You know, you got to get a really good look at all those delicious beverages, and it looks like he found something. So he's going to look up at the counter, try and open the door, but sorry, little buddy, you got to use that handle. Come on, meow. So he's going to barely open up the door. He's trying to be sneaky about it. He's reaching in there, and he's going to pull out a 12-ounce can of Coca-Cola. Good choice, good choice. Now, he's going to pretend like he's still looking, but he doesn't want anything else, so he's going to make his way over here with that 12-ounce can of Coca-Cola, and that's only $1. That's a good deal. So he's going to turn back around, look up at the counter before he slips it into his pocket. Then he's going to pat it down, make sure it's still in there. Yep, it didn't magically disappear. What am I waiting in line for? I may as well leave the store with my free delicious 12-ounce can of Coca-Cola. So he makes his way outside, and the search continues. Here, boy, where you at? Come on now, where you hiding? Come on, I don't even need a full smoky treat. I'll settle for a half smoky treat, quarter smoky treat. Doesn't matter to me, I just need a taste of that smoky deliciousness.
Shoot that boogie out? Did you just get that snot out of your nose? All right, what'd you steal? Oh, you're already drinking it. You didn't pay for that Coke? Did you pay for that? You just paid for it?
Yes.
Where'd you pay for it at?
What are you talking about?
Where did you pay for it, dumb? Are you an idiot? How fucking dumb are you? You're holding the thing that I just saw you steal at my fucking business. Are you an idiot? Yeah, I did, on camera. Are you a fucking moron? How fucking dumb are you? Yeah, you're a moron. Are you a fucking idiot? What are you gonna do?
I don't know what you're gonna do.
You're a fucking thief. We're gonna have you arrested, you dumb. Yeah, you're a fucking idiot. You're a piece of shit. You're a fucking thief. Alright, you got money? You owe me for the fucking Coke. Do you have money, dumb? You don't have any money? You're gonna keep lying and say you fucking paid for that? You didn't fucking pay for it. You didn't get it from your house. You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking thief. Yeah, you're a fucking moron. Alright, where are you going? I gotta know where to let the cops know where to go. Hopefully one drives by so I can flag them down. They usually hang out around here. Yeah, actually it does. You just stole. You don't think I have you on camera stealing? Oh, really? Are you a fucking idiot? What do you think I'm here for? Because you're a fucking thief. You gonna bike away now? Yeah, you better. Yeah. Where are you staying? That's what I thought.
Uh-oh, looks like we got ourselves a walker. You know what that means. Now, he's looking all over the ground because he...
Hello, my name is Mauri Rivera. I live in Puerto Rico. And back in 1988, I was working in a nightclub. And there was a musical group there. One of my cousins wanted me to photograph the musical group. She loaned me a camera with some film. On my way back home, I encountered two small beings, two small strange men, which I didn't think were men from outer space. And they took me somewhere where there were other people besides myself. Other human people, like from Puerto Rico, I guess. From here, another human being showed up. He claimed to be from a distant planet. He was dressed in black. He had dark skin. He had long black hair up to the shoulders. And he spoke to us with the mouth, verbally, no telepathic speaking. He showed us various projections, which looked very real, the projections. And he informed us about a whole bunch of things that are even still incredible to me. Then they returned me to...
What did this holographic projection show?
The holographs were mainly, the first one that I can remember was like a short trip through space. We saw where he came from, where he said to be from. We saw his people, we saw the houses that they used. And the second one was about a meteor or a rock falling to Earth in the near future, which is going to cause a lot of havoc in the world. This would fall, it's going to fall in very near the Caribbean, Puerto Rico, and those other small islands. But it's going to affect the whole world, not just Puerto Rico. The last one is that they projected was showing us how there was only going to be one government on the planet Earth. They'll be living on some sort of artificial island that's going to be floating in the middle of a dark, black, dirty sea. And then this man returns me to my car again and left me somewhere different from where the whole ordeal had started. Apparently, it took me with car and all. After this, at this given time, I heard some jets in the sky, and I still had my cousin's camera, and I took the pictures, 4 of which I'm making public nowadays.
So the jets followed the UFO?
Yes, it was. They seem to be surveying.
Cracker, why don't you feed your kids? You're just a Trump supporting
Kids look orange like Donald Trump. So this family here reached out to me and asked me if I could help them get their overgrown lawn taken care of. As I was mowing the property, I had a little situation with one of the neighbors. Once I get to the front yard, you can see the neighbor kind of in the background, standing on the sidewalk, just watching me mow the front. Once I got done mowing, I went to go put the mower in the trailer, and then that's when she approached me and told me that I didn't do a very good job. She also told me that the homeowners wouldn't be happy with me because she was sure that they were paying me good money to do this job. At first, I didn't know what she was talking about, so I asked her, I said, what are you referring to? And she had pointed at some grass in the front yard that I had missed. That's when I just politely told her, ma'am, I'm not done yet. And then she kept going on and on about how I left grass, I didn't do any trimming, and all this stuff about how bad of a job I did. I said, these people aren't paying me. I'm doing this for free to help them out. I'm not done yet. That I understand you're looking out for your neighbor. I said, but I still got a long ways to go to get this property back in shape. Once I'm done, then you can come over here and take a look and make sure everything looks fine.
So throughout me working on this property, which took about 3.5, 4 hours for me to totally complete it, it was really hot out. It was about 91, 92, if I remember. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon when I started. It's just super hot part of the day, so I kept taking little breaks and getting some water. So it took me a little bit longer than it probably should have. But throughout the time I was there, she came over a couple times, and she did actually offer me some water. I told her no thank you because I brought plenty of water because I knew it was going to be hot. But the more she came over and talked with me throughout the time I was there, the friendlier she got. She pretty much sat on her porch the whole time and kind of watched me. She would go inside for a little bit, then she would come back out for a little bit and watch me. And I think what happened is the more she seen me working, the more she realized that, that I was right, that I wasn't done, and that the property is going to look really good once I got done. So I can honestly say that's the first time I've ever had a neighbor come over or anybody come over and complain about the job that I was doing and how bad of a job.
Here's one I call...
Why now? Out of nowhere, allegedly they find the suspect for the Palisades fire. And we're going to get into some not related things in just a minute, but just a disclaimer, this video is not for the weak-minded. It's for the free thinkers and not for the parrots. So back to this for a minute. So they found the suspect in the Palisades fire. Do you guys remember, I think it was a Greek island I showed you where cars were melting because it's such a crazy wildfire? Completely unrelated from this, of course. Well, now they found the one guy who was the suspect. By the way, do you remember which buildings in particular, which houses were burning down, which ones weren't? I'm surprised it took that long to find the one guy. Here's a question. I hope you don't get mad at me for asking. With all the very weird information that's came out of 48 hours, but specifically even the last 2 weeks, where are any of the pundits on the right talking about these new discoveries? It's extremely odd that it's not just the F stuff, right? Because that, if you even question that, all of a sudden you're liberal. But now this as well. Why is no one saying anything about all these weird things? You wanna know what's funny about the government shutdown and the left and right battle? Well, MTG comes out and says that, guess what? It's perfectly possible for the right to stop the government shutdown. And here we are like children fighting amongst each other. By the way, did you know Bondi actually came out and said that now she has never had those documents sitting on her desk? Never. I guess the interviews and the White House lawn interview was just a lie? At what point do we ask ourselves, are these people really being honest with us? Don't get mad at me, you'll see where we're going in just a second. So now at this point, we've had quite a lot of things released, right? Which portrays things a little bit differently. You know, we go back to the story, which is obviously true, where the 30-06 was stopped right by the spine. It was a miracle. But hey, hold up, let's ask this question. Why did Charlie Kirk's pastor come out and downright lie about his friend and about his stances and his opinions and put words in his mouth? Are we gonna completely blow that off like it never happened? And don't worry, we're gonna get into controlled ops and stages and all that stuff in just a minute. Should not that pastor be completely removed from power, from his authority for lying about the dead? We'll come back to the Charlie Kirk thing, but let's go back to the left-right debate.
90% of our conversation about race in the United States is designed to make Americans hate each other, to make them fearful of each other, to make them mad at each other, so that they won't know what their leaders are actually doing.
Now let's get into a conversation about controlled opposition. I don't tell you this about myself to brag or say, oh, I'm so awesome, because it seems if I just give my background, people think I'm bragging. It's like that Secret Life of Pets movie, right? When you're talking about things in your personal life, people are going to think it's just a brag. I personally have been down the deepest rabbit hole you can imagine ever since 2011. 99% of you guys now watching this video would call me crazy for the things I was saying in 2011. There's no harm in being new to all this information, that's totally fine. But it seems like the people with the least experience, the least skin in the game, those are the ones that think they know more than anybody else. I started at 17, 18 years old when you can find all information on YT. Believe it or not, it wasn't like it is now. And I tell you that to tell you this, a lot of us were in the game before you got paid for it. We were in the game when you got made fun of for it. So believe me when I tell you, I used to have the same opinions. Every single person's evil, they all signed a contract with the devil, they're all on the same team, and nothing could ever change that ever. Y'all understand how many people have been straight up taken out for the words that they were saying? JFK. He grew up with power, with money, connections, and still he turned. On this channel, I don't tell y'all what to believe. I give you the information and trust you to make the best decision for yourself based on everything we have available. This isn't a channel for parrots, it's a channel for free thinkers. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Doesn't matter how you grow up, it doesn't matter your decisions last year. Just as you get saved and are a new creation in Christ, people can change. Now, when we go calling every single person that exists a controlled op just because they platform, we're basically saying that, God, you're going to keep no one safe. People change, and we've seen many people lose their life over it. Again, I'm not telling you.
What's up? Do a kickflip! Yo, do a kickflip!
My granddaughter, who is an avid fan, said that I wouldn't... I'm just gonna...
To bring to your attention today is a report from a Capital Research Center here in DC in conjunction with Discovery Institute. They just put out this study right now, and what it shows is that Antifa is heavily embedded in the homeless and housing nonprofit sector. In many cases, the homeless industrial complex is running cover for Antifa. Antifa is benefiting from American...
Ever since I started keeping the Grim Reaper...
Testing TikTok side hustles part.
You're a flat earther, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Lord Jamar is a flat earther, everyone.
What was the name of that girl you went with in high school? Pearl.
Hello?
Yes, hi, this is
The gaming world is about to be rocked today because after several years in the making, we have just got the first look at what's being called the best kept secret in the gaming industry. It's called Everywhere. And the only way I can describe it is like having the real life gaming version of Ready Player One and Free Guy combined. Similar to the movies, you and everyone else enter this massive shared world. And within it, there's pretty much every gaming genre you can imagine, like combat, racing, sci-fi, horror, arcade. And for us men thinking about the Roman Empire, it looks like we've even got a gladiator arena. You can play single player 1v1 in large groups and even have massive opposite teams. And remember, because it's a giant world full of people, you and all your friends can enter all together or make completely new ones at nightclubs and even concerts. And hey, if we've got a news station in this world, it better be the News Daddy Empire. Speaking of which, you want to know what the wildest part is? Unlike other games where you need a part 2, 3, 4, etc. to expand the world and add new features, the gaming world is about to be rocked today.
April, the girl that you came to meet today, she did tell you she was 14 years old, right? Okay. How did they send you those child videos? Because we're trying to figure that out.
Telegram, okay.
Telegram. A scale from 20 to 100, how many images and videos do you think is on there? About 20? Okay.
This is the dumbest way to make $1,000 per day. All right, I'm 30 years old. I have the big mansion with an infinity pool, overlooks the river in the backyard. I have all my dream cars in my garage, from my Mercedes G-Wagon, G63 AMG.
The reason why I started posting on TikTok is because if you
Post on TikTok every single day for an entire year. You'll never have to worry about money again.
She's right. And you don't have to become an influencer.
Here are 5 ways to make money from home that are so stupid simple, a freaking 2-year-old could do them. Number 1.
Carl had an uncanny ability to spot a lie, but one day in class, he saw something chilling, the expression of a serial killer on a student's face. The student, Martin, openly challenged Carl's methods, arguing that micro-expression analysis was complete nonsense.
Sergeant John Parker in his full mess dress travelled down the slide on a brolly. Sergeant John Parker in his full mess dress travelled down the slide on a brolly. Sergeant John Parker in his full mess dress travelled down the slide on a brolly. Sergeant John Parker in his full mess dress travelled down the slide on a brolly. Sergeant John Parker in his full mess dress travelled down the slide on a brolly. Sergeant John Parker in his full mess dress travelled down the slide on a brolly. Sergeant John Parker in his full mess dress travelled down the slide on a brolly.
Then again, I could be wrong.
Was it good?
Counter. Okay, we gotta heal. It's a must.
I think NASA is starting to soft launch the idea of the firmament to the public.
This will not go well.
That house is our heliosphere, a giant protective bubble created by the sun.
So we live in a heliosphere, almost like a biblical firmament.
So the video behind her is actually super informative. She could have learned a thing or two, but no, the heliosphere is nothing like a biblical firmament. See, the picture behind her was actually a pretty good rendering of what the ancient Hebrews thought the firmament was like, a dome over the flat earth separating the sky below from the waters above. In many accounts, the firmament was actually made of solid crystal, so nothing could get in or out, except through the door the sun came through, but that's neither here nor there. The heliosphere, on the other hand, is a region of space encapsulating the entire solar system. Its boundary isn't solid and you can pass right through. The heliosphere is merely the region of space where the solar wind, composed of ionized particles and magnetic fields originating from the sun, blows hard enough that it can keep stuff from interstellar space getting in. Think of it like those air curtains in grocery stores that keep bugs from getting in.
And it's created by the sun. I've been talking about this. Polaris is the true sun.
Yes, the heliosphere is produced by the sun, as the name implies, but if you think Polaris is the true sun, then you'd be wrong about the heliosphere, because the heliosphere isn't produced by Polaris. In fact, Polaris is hundreds of light years away, so it doesn't really have any effect on anything in or around our solar system, except for navigation, that is.
The heliosphere is so huge that we can't just step outside and take a photo of the whole thing.
Oh, is that why every image has to be created with CGI?
Well, yeah. If you want to visualize something that we can't take a photograph of, then a computer rendering will be required. However, depending on where you get your rendering from, they are often based on real collected data, so they're essentially just big data visualization techniques. Nothing wrong with that. But she's also implying photographs of the Earth are created with CGI, which, strictly speaking, is true if the camera was a digital camera, as they use digital processing to render the image. But CGI has a connotation of something which is fake or fabricated whole cloth, and we certainly wouldn't say digital photographs are fabrications. That said, we do have film photography of the Earth, most of which was taken from the Apollo missions, and there's thousands of photos. Now, most of them are pretty crappy, but a few, like the famous blue marble photo, are spectacular. But she would just call that fake anyway.
Is that something like the Van Allen belt that we can't get through to go back to the moon?
The Van Allen belts are two radiation belts that in fact keep us safe from radiation. Rather than us getting hit with all the damaging particles from space, they end up trapped in 2 belts around the Earth. Now, it is true that there's a lot of radiation there, so hanging out there would probably be pretty unhealthy, but it doesn't take long to pass through them. The Apollo mission spent less than an hour in them, so you can get away with just about as much radiation as a chest X-ray.
NASA's IMAP will use a technique kind of like listening for echoes that bounce off of our heliosphere's exterior walls. These echoes are particles that ricochet off of the heliosphere's edges.
If I had to guess, this is probably the result of that.
Bro, those are clouds. More specifically, they're cirrocumulus stratiformis undulatus clouds. And you know that if you just...
I'll give you an easy one then. 5 geniuses sit around a table, each with a bowl of tofu stir-fry with bok choy in front of them. There's 1 chopstick between each guy, therefore 1 to the right and left. In order to eat, any given genius needs to use both chopsticks. They have to alternate eating and thinking because they can't do both at the same time. How do you make sure all the geniuses get their thinking done without starving to death?
Well, I think I know this one. Each man takes a chopstick to feed the man next to him.
That's a religious allegory between heaven and hell. This is a concurrent algorithm problem. So he knows what the problem is. That is a start.
Assume infinite amount of stir-fry.
And infinite amount of stomach space. Maybe it is hell. It's hard to avoid deadlock, isn't it? This is a shared resource problem that appears in programming all the time. The guy on your right's using that one.
He just wants to eat his dinner.
Quiet.
I give up. I don't get it.
It's a hierarchy solution. You assign a partial order to the resources.
Okay.
You number the chopsticks 1 through 5. Each man picks up the lowest number first from the 2.
And with that, the evil wizard falls to the ground.
The reason why I started posting on TikTok is because...
So you had complaints from one programmer who said you guys are basically stealing people's stuff and not paying them, and then he wound up murdered. What was that?
Also a great tragedy. He committed suicide.
Do you think he committed suicide?
I really do.
Have you looked?
This was like a friend of mine. This is like a guy that, not a close friend, but this is someone that worked at OpenAI for a very long time. I was really shaken by this tragedy. I spent a lot of time trying to, read everything I could, as I'm sure you and others did too, about what happened. It looks like a suicide to me.
Why does it look like a suicide?
It was a gun he had purchased. It was this is like gruesome to talk about, but I read the whole medical record. Does it not look like one to you?
No, he was definitely murdered, I think. There were signs of a struggle, of course. The surveillance camera, the wires had been cut. He had just ordered takeout food, come back from a vacation with his friends on Catalina Island. No indication at all that he was suicidal. No note and no behavior. He had just spoken to a family member on the phone. And then he's found dead with blood in multiple rooms. So that's impossible. It seems really obvious he was murdered. Have you talked to the authorities about it?
I have not talked to the authorities about it.
And his mother claims he was murdered on your orders.
Do you believe that?
I'm asking.
You just said it, so do you believe that?
I think that it is worth looking into, and if a guy comes out and accuses your company of committing crimes, I have no idea if that's true or not, of course, and then is found killed and there are signs of a struggle, I don't think it's worth dismissing it. I don't think we should say, well, he killed himself when there's no evidence that the guy was depressed at all. I think, and if he was your friend, I would think you would want to speak to his mom or...
I did offer, she didn't want to.
So, do you feel that, when people look at that and they're like, it's possible that happened, do you feel that that reflects the worries they have about what's happening here? Like, people are afraid that this is like...
I've done too many interviews where I've been accused of like...
Oh, I'm not accusing you at all. I'm just saying his mother says that. I don't think a fair read of the evidence suggests suicide at all. I just don't see that at all. And I also don't understand why the authorities, when there's signs of a struggle and blood in 2 rooms on a suicide, like, how does that actually happen? I don't understand how the authorities could just kind of dismiss that as a suicide. I think it's weird.
You understand how this sounds like an accusation?
Of course. And I certainly, let me just be clear once again, not accusing you of any wrongdoing, but I think it's worth finding out what happened. And I don't understand why the city of San Francisco has refused to investigate it beyond just calling it a suicide.
I think they looked into it a couple of times, more than once as I understand it. I saw and I will totally say, when I first heard about this, it sounded very suspicious to me.
Yes.
And I know you had been involved in.
Was mother
you were asked
reached out
to the case,
and I don't know anything about it. It's not my world.
She just reached out cold.
She reached out cold.
Wow.
And I spoke to her at great length, and it scared the crap out of me. The kid was clearly killed by somebody. That was my conclusion, objectively, with no skin in the game.
And you, after reading the latest report.
Yes.
Like, look.
And I immediately called a member of Congress from California, Ro Khanna, and said, this is crazy. You've got to look into this. And nothing ever happened. And I'm like, what is that?
Again, I think this is, I feel strange and sad debating this and having to
I'm not
myself seem
debating
totally
it,
crazy. And you are a little bit accusing me, but this was like a wonderful person and a family that is clearly struggling.
Yes.
And I think you can totally take the point that you're just trying to get to the truth of what happened, and I respect that. But I think his memory and his family deserve to be treated with a level of respect and grief that I don't quite feel here.
I'm asking at the behest of his family. So I'm definitely showing them respect. And I'm not accusing you of any involvement in this at all. What I am saying is that the evidence does not suggest suicide, and for the authorities in your city to elide past that and ignore the evidence that any reasonable person would say adds up to a murder, I think is very weird, and it shakes the faith that one has in our system's ability to respond to the facts.
So what I was going to say is, after the first set of information that came out, I was really like, man, this doesn't look like a suicide. I'm confused. This looks like...
Okay, so I'm not being crazy here.
Well, but then after the second thing came out, and
I planned to use a wooden bullet to take out the president. I first shaped it smooth with a file. Then I poured glue into coffee, stirred it, and filled the mold. Once it hardened, I assembled all the parts. A portable wooden pistol was finally complete. I took it out to the suburbs. The shot hit the target with precision, but the power was not enough. Just then, 2 hunters heard the noise and approached. They laughed at me, asking, what good could this pistol do?
To assassinate the president.
When I mentioned the president, their laughter only intensified. Their laughter lit a fire in me. Calmly, I loaded 2 bullets. The gun went off, proving its strength on a real body. That was the test I needed. Back home, I put on a fake nose bridge. With makeup, I turned myself into someone else. Then I walked straight into the president's reception banquet. I picked a spot in the hall for the attempt. Soon, the president's car slowly arrived. I quickly pulled out the wooden pistol. From inside a pencil, I took out the spring and assembled it. From a keychain, I poured out the bullets, but in the process, 1 bullet slipped from my hand. My heart tightened, but my face stayed calm. I pressed it under my foot, bent down, and picked it up. I loaded it back into the gun. I tightened the firing pin and released the safety. I covered the pistol with the tablecloth and waited in silence. The president entered the hall, greeting the guests. I stood up and clapped along with the crowd. The next second, I slowly drew out the pistol. I planned to use a wooden bullet to take out the president. I first shaped it smooth with a file. Then I poured glue into coffee, stirred it, and filled the mold. Once it hardened, I assembled all the parts. A portable wooden pistol was finally complete. I took it out to the suburbs. The shot hit the target with precision, but the power was not enough. Just then,
he thought he had a straight flush, but to his shock, the last card he flipped was just a plain 2 of diamonds. In that moment, his heart sank. Across the table, his opponent revealed 3/8, dominating the hand. The room fell silent as everyone held their breath. Yet the old man remained calm and pushed 5,000 chips to the center of the table without a hint of hesitation. Meanwhile, another player, holding only a ragged hand, showed no fear despite having no apparent advantage. Even more astonishing.
You're 5. Wait, another 5. 10,000 to you, Mr. Maverick. Call.
According to the 5-card rules, each player had 1 chance to exchange cards. The old man decisively chose to swap 2, and when the new cards were dealt, the old man now held for 8s, but Mr. Beard, feigning a request to swap 3 cards, secretly colluded with the dealer who used a sleight of hand trick to pull cards from the bottom, forming a straight flush in his hand. No one noticed this, except for Gambling Master Maverick, who observed it all. He didn't expose them immediately, instead patiently waiting for the perfect moment to act.
Mr. Maverick, I'll take 1 card, but not from you. Put the deck down. Card. I'd like a new dick, a new cut, and a new shovel.
Next, Maverick handed the dealing over to Mr. Beard, but slyly imposed a strange condition: he could only deal using a single finger. The move shocked the whole room, yet Mr. Beard had no choice but to comply. When the cards reached Maverick, he didn't rush to reveal them. He stared directly into Mr. Beard's eyes, as if trying to read his mind. Then, the old man made a bold move. He shored all his chips into the pot. Going all in, the room erupted in astonishment. Everyone gasped, but Mr. Beard didn't flinch. Calm as ever, he matched the 25,000 chip bet and even demanded to raise the stakes privately with Maverick for this hand alone. Facing such provocation, Maverick remained unshaken and nodded without hesitation. Mr. Beard pressed him impatiently to show his cards. But Maverick stayed composed, letting the old man reveal his hand first. One by one, the 4-8s were revealed, leaving everyone in awe. Most assumed the old man had the win in the bag. He even lit a cigarette, ready to celebrate a flawless victory. But, at that instant, Mr. Beard slowly revealed his hand a straight flush. The casino erupted in a roar of applause and cheers. Yet, no one noticed the cold sweat dripping down Mr. Beard's face. He had no idea what Maverick's hidden cards were, and the uncertainty terrified him. All eyes shifted to Maverick. He began slowly revealing his hidden cards. First card, second card, and it was also a straight flush. The room fell completely silent in disbelief, yet one final card remained face down. The outcome of the hand rested entirely on it. If it was the ace of spades or the knight of spades, victory would go to Maverick. Even he didn't have full confidence. He paused, closed his eyes, and quietly muttered the mantra of his legendary gambling technique. Fortune flows, luck follows. When he opened his eyes, they were filled with unwavering determination. He flicked the final card onto the table ace of spades. The casino exploded instantly with cheers, shouts, and gasps all at once. Mr. Beard turned pale, unable to accept the result. He could never have imagined that, despite all his schemes and tricks, he would still lose to Maverick. He thought he had a straight flush, but to his shock, the last card he flipped was just a plain 2 of diamonds. In that moment, his heart...
Why does JP Morgan have the tallest buildings in every city around the world with this big chase sign across it? They're filled with tens of thousands of employees. Why is that necessary in the day of blockchain? I bought a hotel in Miami. The first experience I had when I closed on the hotel was a general manager with her feet up on the desk drinking beers with caddies. You know what's nice about Bitcoin? There's no crappy management. There's no bad mistakes. You can transport it. You can transact it. There's nothing that crypto can't do better, faster, and substantially cheaper, and frankly, more fair. Guess what? Crypto is not canceling you. There's no nonsense lawsuits. There's no weaponization by DAs and AGs who are trying to take your company from you because they don't like the stance of your father politically. And honestly, had it not been for the way that we were treated as a family, as a company, I probably never would have believed in it. I used to be that guy who used to go around and say, if I can't pick it up, it doesn't exist. Oh, you better believe that crypto exists, and you better believe that crypto is going to take over. Why does JP Morgan have the tallest buildings in every city around the world with this big chase sign across it? They're filled with tens of thousands of employees. Why is that necessary in the day of blockchain? I bought a hotel in Miami. The first experience I had when I closed on the hotel was a general manager with her feet up on the desk drinking beers with caddies. You know what's nice about Bitcoin? There's no crappy management. There's no bad mistakes. You can transport it. You can transact it. There's nothing that crypto can't do better, faster, and substantially cheaper. And
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond.
Dude, me too. So what's the problem?
The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore.
Oh. Well, what happened to it?
We used to, but we destroyed that technology.
Well, why don't you just build it back again?
And it's a painful process to build it back again.
When you said that just now, did it sound stupid to you?
Kind of. All right, so let me get this straight. The reason we haven't been back to the moon since 1969 is because we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it again?
I haven't seen anything that indicates the telemetry data is even in existence, and as I said, even if we had it, we don't have the machines to play it back.
So in 50 years, we've gone from the rotary phone to the smartphone that can film in beautiful 4K. We can stream movies while ordering tacos in 10 seconds, but rebuilding a 1960s rocket is just too hard?
Right, we've been unable to track it down. I mean, we don't know where this telemetry data ended up.
Back then we had computers the size of refrigerators that had less processing power than a modern toaster. And today we have 3D printing advanced robotics. But yeah, let's act like the blueprints for the Saturn V rocket were just drawn on a napkin and thrown in the trash. NASA's budget is $25 billion a year, so where is all that money going? What do you think? Does it sound like we won't or we can't?
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond.
Dude, me too. So what's the problem?
The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore.
Oh.
Netflix?
Told my husband I wanted a divorce.
Avoid child support. Well,
In this video, I'll attempt to...
Frankie, how you going? 15 years.
Welcome to Utopia. On citizen arrival, 07.
So glad to be back home. So what's been happening? Anything at all?
No, nothing's changed.
What a beautiful day.
Processing. GPS coordinates confirmed.
What on earth are you doing?
I'm starting the car. What do you think I'm doing? What the... Did you throw out any rubbish?
Nah, of course not.
Is that yours?
Hey, it's my bandana. Must have fallen out of my pocket. So what?
I'm looking for a credit card.
A credit card? What for?
The car won't start unless I pay the fine. Now you understand?
How about this one? It's Margaret's.
The car's in my name.
Well, so? Margaret won't mind.
Margaret,
Frank, have you seen my credit card?
you left it in my car.
That's great. Just great.
Why?
I just got fined. Can you drop it off to me?
I'm walking.
Oh, no, not you too.
What are you looking for?
Some beer.
There's no beer, Jack. Besides, alcohol is bad for you.
You know my mother, Frank. Is that a camera?
New regulations. There's one in every home, in every room. It's for our own good, Jack.
You gotta be kidding me. Are you telling me that
alcohol is illegal, smoking is illegal, and we're all much healthier now. And our insurance premiums are low.
This is madness. What's become of this country?
Just keep your voice down.
Why? You gonna fire me? Did I just get fined? This is too fucking much. What the hell were you people thinking?
Don't swear.
This is too fucked up. Your government, fucked up. Your rules are fucked up. You're all fucked up.
Have you finished?
Go fuck yourself. Now I am.
Follow me. Hey.
What the hell?
No cameras. No fines. Take a seat.
So it's all come down to this.
No choice. People started making their bathrooms bigger and nicer than the rest of their houses. But the government and council caught on fast and set limits to the size you can build your bathroom.
Is there anything you don't get fined for?
I'll have to think about that one.
How's this work?
There's a government app on your phone. You point, and take a snapshot of any offence, and the government gives you 10% commission from every fine you record.
I'm sorry, Jack, but you can't stay.
Why?
$2,000 in fines, Jack? What the hell were you thinking? We also get fined because it's our house.
I promised to pay it back.
It's not just the money. You've affected everything we do. Until we pay our fines, we miss out on shopping discounts, public transport, bank loans. Everything.
I'm your brother, Frank.
I can't fight it anymore, Jack. We hate it too.
Why don't you just get up and leave the country?
We can't leave.
Why?
We have a mortgage. Any debts, big or small, you can't travel outside the country. Simple as that.
All the changes started happening slowly after you left. I did the protests, but teenagers and hippies on the streets aren't convincing enough.
I'll leave in the morning.
Jack, just some advice. If you help anyone with a red wristband, you get fined too. But whatever you do, never ever pay for anyone else's fine.
Hello.
Are you okay?
Why are you sleeping here?
I don't have a home.
Why don't you sleep at a hotel?
They won't take cash.
So where will you live now?
Here.
Processing. GPS coordinates confirmed. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Margaret. Nice to
Ticket, sir.
see you.
Sir, your ticket and passport, please. I'm sorry, sir, but you have unpaid fines.
Margaret, please, look, I'll pay them another time. I've got to get out of here.
Sir, in order for your check-in to proceed, you need to pay the outstanding fines.
Why are you doing this? How much?
$2,000, your credit card, please.
I don't have a credit card. I've only got cash.
We can't accept cash.
Margaret, please, press some button. I beg you, fix this. I've got to get out of this country. Please.
Please move away from the counter. If you do not move, I will have to fine you.
I don't care anymore.
Sorry, Jack.
I know you are. I forgive you.
Have a safe flight, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Warning. Illegal payment detected. Do not move from your current location. Your cooperation is appreciated. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question? Why are you always smiling?
Because I'm free.
Frankie! How you going? 15 years.
Welcome to Utopia. On citizen arrival. 07.
So glad.
Yo, Bitcoin's at an all-time high right now. Get
I hired
hired 100 paparazzi so I can get anything I want.
You been with anyone since you moved?
Everyone thought Sora 2 was the future of AI video, but not anymore. Alibaba just dropped WAN 2.5 and it's already outperforming Sora with more realistic lighting, physics, and camera shots. Here's how to use it. Head over to WAN 2.5's GitHub page. It's open source, so you don't need invites or cloud credits. Type a simple prompt like a drone flying over snowy mountains, and WAN instantly generates a cinematic video. For extra control, upload an image or video as reference. WAN will match the style, lighting, and even keep physics consistent. That's how easy it is to create Hollywood-level videos straight from your laptop. You can find this tool in my bio. Everyone thought Sora 2 was the future of AI video, but not anymore. Alibaba just dropped WAN 2.5 and it's already outperforming Sora with more realistic lighting, physics, and camera shots. Here's how to use it. Head over to WAN 2.5's GitHub page. It's open source, so you don't need invites or cloud credits. Type a simple prompt like a drone flying over snowy mountains, and WAN instantly generates a cinematic video. For extra control, upload an image or video as reference. WAN will match the style, lighting, and even keep physics consistent. That's how easy it is to create Hollywood-level videos straight from your laptop. You can find this tool in my bio. Everyone thought Sora 2 was the future of AI video, but not.
Which race do you think should be preferred?
I do not think that a single race should be preferred.
You just said that you believe that race should be considered in employer hiring practices.
There's going to be a transcript of this hearing. It didn't say that in that way.
Why don't you explain what you believe?
What I said and what I believe is that the demographic composition of workplaces, which our nation's military, and so on, our Congress ought to reflect the diversity of the United States of America.
Racial demographic composition. Racial demographic. Is that what you're saying?
Racial, gender.
Okay, so race should be.
Greetings, traveler. Where are you heading to today?
Ron, almost no matter what happens, he has lost a certain number of people who previously supported him. And everything he does or seeks to do now will be tainted by this. So how they're going to get themselves out of it, we shall see, or try to, because at the moment, every time Trump posts something to try to mitigate the disaster for him, he makes it worse.
Yeah,
you know?
he does, yeah.
But I think, you know, I've been, like I say, calling him out since 2016. It was obvious from the start, a con man and a front man, ironically, for the deep state.
Hello, it's been 6 months, or just shy of 6 months, since Donald Trump became the President of the United States for the second time. I'm joined by my dad, and we're going to basically have a look at that 6 months. 6 months of trusting plans and 5D chess and all the rest of it, and we're going to break it down, aren't we, Dad? This should be interesting, because I know you're a big fan. Should we start with the real current conversation now, which of course is the Epstein client list? We've gone from